Hey guys, what's up? My name's Tommy D. I have a channel called Talking with Tommy D. I want to encourage you guys that watch these videos to please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button on the videos, leave a comment, and encourage you to support the Kensington outreach that I do every Monday in Kensington. I appreciate you guys watching. The videos that I show are about my life here with my boys, my life in my recovery, and Kensington, the life that I used to live when I was down there. I go down there for each week to give back to the community that I once exploited. I try to help as much as I possibly can, inspire a little hope into somebody, and possibly make a change, and do what I did, climb out of Kensington. So the videos that I show can be very graphic. Please watch them with some discretion. But it's real life awareness about what's going on. I appreciate everybody. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and have a blessed day. Salute everybody in YouTube world. Welcome back to the channel. Tommy D here from Talking with Tommy D. Appreciate everybody. We're out here in Kensington, McPherson Park, aka Needle Park, and we're talking with Brian. Brian's from Pittsburgh. How old are you?
49.
Brian's 49 years old. Tell us a little about your childhood growing up.
Good. Grew up in Vicksburg, Pennsylvania. Father worked in a steel mill all his life. My mother worked in a hospital, UPMC, Mercy. I gotta say, it couldn't have been a better childhood. Very well brought up, respectable house. My father wasn't abusive, no drugs, no alcohol. There was never no need for nothing there. I gotta say, for the most of it, you know, my child life was good. Always had a problem with abusing drugs and alcohol, from alcohol, marijuana to cocaine, and cocaine to heroin, pain pills to heroin.
Yeah. Is that how you started with the opiates, was the pain pills?
Well, yeah, I started with the pain pills. I never really even had no interest in it. And at the age of 34, I broke an ankle, and I don't know what triggered it. I turned the light on. I never, like, as many years I had prescriptions of painkillers and shit, this never was any of my interest. take a couple here and there, you know, share with some friends, maybe even trade, you know, for a couple of dollars. But
Never caught a habit though?
Never.
In the past, until 34?
34, I got a prescription of pain pills, was married, kept milking the prescriptions until eventually that ran out. My wife, not long after that, a week after that, had fell and shattered her kneecap. And then it started like a chain of her getting prescriptions. You know, she just milked that. As long as she kept going through physical therapy, the doctor kept writing it. The opiate epidemic hadn't started yet. It was really easy to obtain pain pills. About 4 months into that was ready to run out. My aunt was staying with me. She was going through colon cancer. Oxycontin was the new drug of the street. Yeah. And she just had unlimited amounts of pain pills.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
Wow. And she had the oxys too?
Yeah, and it was just like, I didn't even know the street value or anything of it. I just, like my aunt was like, you know, give me a glass of ice water, here's 2 Oxy 80. Like shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it led into a very, very extensive pain habit, pain pill habit. Actually ended up going to jail and was in there for 90 days. A cellie that I had, you know, and he said, hey, you know, you was doing all these pills, like, well, I spent all that money getting pills, you could have did heroin. I was like, you know, I don't do heroin. And no matter, I did the 90 days and I was out. You know, he basically said that heroin was the same thing as pain pills, but cheaper, lasted longer. So I was in 90 days, got out. Was out for about a month. I was working, happened to see an old friend that had got me painkillers in the past, was riding her up the hill to her house, asked her about getting me some pain pills. She wasn't able to get them, told me she had bags. I said, you know, I don't do bags, I don't do bags. And sure enough, as soon as she's ready to get on my truck, I said, you know what, let me buy one. Bought a bag of it, and I go to my aunt's house with it into the bathroom, and I poured just, man, it must have been a line about that damn big. Yeah. And I paid $10 for it, no matter. And I snorted it, man, like 5 minutes later, man, I was so high, I couldn't believe how high just that little bit of stuff had made me. 20 minutes later, I'm calling that girl, I want $100 more worth of it.
Started it?
Yes, that's a changed the whole addiction. Like, I'd never in my entire life suffered from an addiction like this. I'd never let my addiction ever drag me to this level of life, ever. No. Ever.
Trust me. I've been there.
Ever. I let it drag me down to this. It's like it's a animal mentality addiction. Animalistic mentality.
You lose yourself completely. And yeah, I understand. I know exactly. I feel what you're saying. What about your wife? Was she with you at this time? And do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have 3 children.
3 children?
Yeah, and I had,
Same woman, same wife?
No, the last one to another woman.
Okay.
She stayed with me, you know, through the most of it until I was uncontrollable. I just wouldn't stop, in and out of rehab, good for a while. And something would happen, and of course I wasn't going to AA or any. I'd just get clean and try to stay clean like that on my own, and just didn't work in and out of rehab, and you know, just fueling fights, and, you know, from apartment to apartment, to you know, not paying bills, and it just kept falling on my face. Yeah, I'd get up to go to work, but if you're dope sick, you're not going to work. You know what I'm saying? I've tried that route, and it just that don't work. It don't work.
When you were with her, did you try going to rehab ever? Yeah,
that's what I said. You know what I mean? I just went and listened to the AA or NA part of it. Yeah. Like I tried to clean up, and I would, you know, go through the detox and then get out, be good for a while, maybe get an argument about something, and that'd be the reason to use. Or just anything, you know, I look for any excuse to use. It's probably pretty much what it was. Getting a little bad part of a day. It could even just be something like a holiday or like a good occasion. I'd look for any excuse to use, basically, is what would occur eventually after a while. Yeah.
What about your Did your kids witness a lot of this? And how old are you?
No, I've always kept my addictions behind closed doors.
That's what I was.
So, you know what I mean? You know, once my oldest got to the point where they started becoming aware of drugs and alcohol more, they were becoming suspicious of what might be going on.
Yeah.
You know, they wasn't too sure, but they seen just arguments or heard, you know, arguments or things being said, you know, like. Never like physically did I ever use in front of the children or neglect them because of that. Although we were bouncing from house to house, my father ended up passing away. And
oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Thank you.
How old was he when he passed?
He was 77 years old. Came into a substantial, large amount of money. Bought a home.
Okay.
And, filled the house with a lot of nice things. We're doing well again. And then I got caught cheating on my wife, not physically, but through word of mouth, basically. She finally left, and she took everything but the house. Sat in the house for about another 8 months, depressed, with just the electricity on, and eventually I sold her. There's just too much memory there. And,
yeah, that was the last wife you had?
Yeah.
What about the first wife with the first 2 kids? You still
Drugs and
talk to
alcohol.
her?
It was alcohol and
She
cocaine.
passed? She passed?
My first wife?
Yeah.
No.
That's when you
We
left,
just separated.
You don't talk to her?
Yeah, I still have contact with her.
Friends?
For the most of it, when I have
That's what I
money.
was asking. I was hoping
when I have
maybe-
money.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my first wife, that was way before the opiate addiction.
Okay.
That was alcohol and cocaine.
All right.
And I would say the alcohol ruined that. Just the arguments from the alcohol. Like if there's alcohol and Brian and Debbie, there sure enough was the police was coming. There were argument. There was never no physical, but just a lot of verbal. And like so they would come. And like, because I was the male, even though I was inside the residence, they kept arresting me for public drunkenness. I'd go to the magistrate, they dismiss it. They were arresting me inside my residence, but in order to like diffuse the situation, they'd make the arrest inside the house, charge me with the public detox, take me to the public drunk tank, kick me in the morning. I plead not guilty and take it 9 or 10 times. They kept throwing it out because I was inside the residence. Like I said, there was never no physical, just verbal. You know, and that lasted for about 11 years, and you know, finally we went our own way.
Yeah.
And then about 3 years after that separation is when I got back with the old childhood sweetheart, and I ended up remarrying, and that's when the opioid addiction. That's my last addiction, which I'm still caught up in. But,
yeah, so you had the alcohol addiction before you had the opioid addiction. Yeah. So that's kind of like just have that addictive nature, that
addictive behavior, like anything. It could be anything, like even like shopping. I can use that to fuel that void, you know what I mean? Like when I was in the halfway house, like I was working good. I've always been a go-getter. I think like I was fueling that void though with like clothes and material things though, and people kept saying that to me, like, you know, it's going to be the cause of your relapse.
Yeah.
And I just really didn't make no sense of that, and I don't know, that's just what I did. I was doing well here, man. I had a good job at a landscaping company here, doing well in the halfway house, not using, involved in NA. Doing everything I should, but as soon as like that sobriety bed didn't open, and then like it was just basically to the hotel, little bit of meetings now. I didn't attain to be a sponsor, and not long after into that, like I'm at the hotel Relapse.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to work, I find 17 bags of heroin.
This is the last one, the last relapse you were telling me about? And how long ago did this happen? How long have you been using?
About a month and a half.
And you were, when did you, for Pittsburgh originally, how did you make it the way down to Kensington?
I was in White Deer Run Rehab.
Okay.
There, and I ended up catching COVID. I was getting ready to get released, and I ended up coming up positive with COVID from being there.
Wow, so you caught COVID-19 by being in rehab?
Yeah, and so like I'm getting ready to get discharged to outpatient. I come up positive, they put me in a quarantine unit.
In there, in the rehab?
In the rehab. And a week into the quarantine, I end up showing up negative. My body kicks it, but it like prolongs my discharge. So like everything had to be reset. The counselor at that time convinces me to try something different, and then I go to the halfway house in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It was either that or back to jail, basically.
Yeah.
So
you went to the halfway house?
yeah, I went to the halfway house, tried it, and everything worked out well. I had a job before my blackout even ended.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much worked my whole time there. Did the, you know, the structure thing there. You know, you had to complete so many AANA per week there. Just a very well structured place.
Yeah.
Good facility to get involved in. A lot of resources there and opportunities. Yeah.
Public houses are great. Halfway houses are good.
The Upper Darby, the Hardwood House, very, very good opportunity.
I heard of Hardwood House actually.
Yeah.
And that's where can you go back there?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to get back into White Deer. I was going to try around here, thinking that might be a quicker resource for me to get into treatment here, then also back to there. But due to my insurance issues, I have to go like White Deer Run or Cove Forge or Clear Day, something that accepts like Allegheny, Montgomery County, stuff like that, insurances,
Well, like I said, I'm going to try to walk with you down to Prevention Point and talk with somebody there before I leave today. And I'm going to try to talk to somebody about your insurance problems and hopefully try to get you some help to get into rehab.
Yeah.
I see you have some wounds on your arm. What's that from? Is that from the dope out here?
Yeah, this is supposed to be open, believe it or not.
People are telling me about this stuff out here that eats away your arms. Is that?
I don't know. Someone told me that there's meat tenderizer in it.
Yeah, but people are saying that it's not that.
Right,
it's definitely not that.
I don't know. Like I know, like I missed a spot in my arm. That's how that occurred. But like my leg, I don't know what ended up happening from there. Whether it's the dope on me, I don't know.
Can we show that? Can we show that on?
Yeah.
Show that, Danny, right there. That's from the dope out here. It literally opens it up. Thank you, Danny. You know, we could get you maybe some treatment at the hospital for that. Too.
Well, I did already go to the hospital.
Okay,
this was an
antibiotics?
abscess.
Oh, is that what that was?
And it bubbled up. It got to the point I had to go to the ER. First they numbed it at Jefferson. That's all I know, the Jefferson Hospital. And they numbed it. They busted the boil part of it. Most of the stuff had come out. And then I seen them pulling the scalpel out. I'm like, you know, what are you doing? I was like, I got to be cut deeper.
Wow.
And I really wasn't too comfortable with the whole situation. Yeah,
no, I wasn't that very comfortable either, but you weren't comfortable with what they did, right? Damn, I wish I had some gauze for you to
deeper, like.
I wish I had gauze for you to at least cover it.
I had some. And then, of course, I ran out of that, so I'm going to talk to them again down here.
I'm going to try to go to Walgreens.
They had a wound thing or something.
But they might have some at Prevention Point.
That's what they said, something about a wound.
We're going to go there.
Yeah.
As soon as this interview's done.
Yeah.
Because I would like you to cover that before we do.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, you told us a little about yourself, your childhood, a little bit about your relationships. Do you talk to your kids still?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do they know where you are?
Well, as of right now, no.
Okay. If you ever need me to be an intermediary between you and them, I'm willing to do that for you.
Awesome.
Just to let you know.
I thank you for people like you, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm just here to help.
Yeah, no doubt.
I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Let's get over to Prevention Point and try to get you some help.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to sign off, everybody. Salute. Thank you. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, guys.
Brian, thanks a lot for talking with us. Yeah. Just give me, I